Foreign workers who've made a former camping ground in Queenstown home say they simply can't afford to be thrown out of it. The future of the council-owned Lakeview Holiday Park is under review as part of a new Queenstown Master Plan. And ahead of another busy ski season, the accommodation squeeze is worsening in the resort town, where property prices have soared by nearly a quarter in the last year alone. Lots of service workers in Queenstown, they can't afford accommodation. This report from Ian Telfer.
Outside cabin number 17, two Brazilian men are hard at work stacking firewood.
Time for winter. Just stack all the wood.
Yeah, that's good.
Every year the same story. Buy wood. Burn wood. Burn wood, buy wood. Get ready, get warm.
Marcelo Bica has lived at the Lakeview Holiday Park for 8 years and he says he absolutely loves Queenstown. The cabin's basic and a bit small for him, his wife and child, but he says it's a good home. It's a bit unusual, huh, living in an old cabin?
Yeah, it is. But the cabin is pretty warm, have fireplace, you know, a beautiful view, nothing in front of me, you know, and it's pretty cheap as well, so that's the best thing, you know, like one of the cheapest renting in town, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Because we keep hearing about how hard it is to get a house in Queenstown now.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, and it's really expensive as well, you know. And a couple of years ago, I was looking for a house because we thought that we were gonna have to move from all this camping ground. But luckily we didn't. So yeah. But I was scared because I was paying like $200 a week, and the houses that I was looking was like around $600, $700 a week. So. Was a big change, you know.
Yeah, what would you do if they closed this place?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
Marcelo's cousin, Marcos Machado, shares a house with two others in nearby Fern Hill. The rent for the two-bedroom property is $500 a week, and he says Marcelo's campground's a much better deal. It's Marcos's fifth or sixth house in 9 years.
Sometimes I had to leave because the owner come to the house, and then I have to find a new place.
Is it getting harder?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard now. It's hard and expensive.
Marcos says it's sometimes been a tight squeeze.
4 people actually. 4 people in the same room for like 3 weeks until they find a place to stay.
How did you do it? Like lined up with the beds or?
Yeah, just 2 beds on the floor, and then we had 1 bunk bed, so we share. And it's not gonna be for long, so it's alright.
This campground's a real United Nations, with workers from South America, Europe and Asia. A few doors down, a Nepalese hotel night porter, Sandeep Pardee, is living in an open-plan cabin with a friend. It's small and a bit cold, but he says anywhere else he'd have to spend half his salary on rent.
Even I have heard like a few people like who came here, find themselves a job and like didn't find accommodation, and they are planning to leave the town. In Queenstown, it's easy to find job. It's hard to find accommodation.
So if the town wants to keep people, you know, like you, they probably need to think about this a bit, huh?
Yeah, I think town should think about that. Maybe like we can see like there are lots of empty space, like empty land, lots of area nearby the town. Maybe council or government, they can organize something like this place, you know, like making a community with like 2-bedroom houses, like separate. And yeah, they can. I think they can do that if they will.
What the future holds for the workers and backpackers who currently call the holiday park home is anybody's guess. The land's been earmarked for a convention centre, but that's on hold. The council says it wants to develop the park as a mixed residential business area, but has no time frame. So as the accommodation squeeze ramps up again, the town's foreign workers just hope their futures will be given some thought too. In Queenstown for Checkpoint, Ian Telfer.